Hello, welcome to Bikini Design Club. Today we are going to sew the Milan pattern. This is the optional strap which I'm going to use. And then the back and the front, we will need some clips, some pins, some rubber elastic, my self fabric and my linen. So let's start by cutting our fabrics. Lay down your fabrics, use the fold mentioned in the pattern with the fold on your fabric and cut all the pieces on the self fabric and also on the linen. Don't forget that you have to make mirrors because the fold line is the center, and for the straps you have to put them on one side and then mirror them to the other to cut the correct straps. Now I have all my pieces ready, so I'm gonna start by sewing the straps. I will be using my serger except on the end of the strap where I'm gonna use my straight stitch machine for a better finish. As you can see, I pin all around because one of the fabrics is a bit slippery, so I prefer to do it to make sure that the strap has a nice finish. I always start by sewing a little bit without elastic and then I place my elastic. Don't forget to put your self fabric facing up. This will allow you to hide your linen when you don't want to show it. Sometimes we really want to show it, but here it's not the case. So don't forget, self fabric facing up, and that's where you put the elastic. Finish your strap using the straight stitch machine to do the end of the strap. Now we just need to trim the ends, so we make sure once they are on the correct side, they will have a perfect finish. Turn them to the right side and they are ready to be inserted on your bottom part. So now let's sew our bottom part. Place fabrics facing the same side, right sides together, both for the self fabric and for the linen, and then sew on the crotch area. Right sides facing together again, pin all the leg hole area and sew. Usually in the curved areas, I cut a little bit of my elastic that you can see me doing here, and this is for a perfect finish once the bottom is on the correct side. Now, before we turn it to the right side, let's do a small hole on the back part of the bottom. 2.5 centimeters is enough, 1 inch. So I mark with a pencil, and usually I go to my straight stitch machine and I do a straight stitch on both sides of the hole, so I'm sure I'm keeping the threads from my overlock secure and this will not open later. So it's very simple, straight stitch on both sides that you've marked before. Then we just need to cut the area for the hole and we are ready to do the rest. To prepare the straps and for them to be ready for insertion on the bottom piece, I hand sew both ends of the strap to make sure that it lays flat and it sits exactly where I want. Once you do this, we are ready to sew our straps. So let's reverse the bottom to the right side, and matching the sides, we will fold matching front side with back side for the self fabric and the same for the linen. Please place the seam to the linen sides. Now, before you pin the area for the self fabric, insert your strap. I'm making sure that the strap is on the correct place. Insert your strap, and I again use my hand sewing to make sure that the strap will be in the correct place. I leave 0.5 centimeter from the top of your bottom because you will sew that area later and you need that seam allowance. Of course, repeat the process for both sides. Now I'm using my overlock, but once I did my overlock, I went to my straight stitch machine and reinforced some areas. Like the area where you put together the linen with the self fabric, I always like to reinforce there. So now I'm repeating the entire process for the other side of the bottom. Of course, this is one of the methods possible. You don't have to hand stitch if you don't want to, but I prefer to do it to make sure it fits perfect in the end. Turn it to the right side and we are ready to finish our piece. Grab your self fabric from the front piece and your linen fabric also from the front piece, matching them together like I do it here, and sandwich the entire bottom inside. We will pull slowly on the machine after, so please watch the process here. Do it yourself, pin carefully or clip as you prefer, and sometimes I also do the hand stitch here. On the side seams I hand stitch. This will make sure that the fabric will not slide once I'm on my sewing machine. Also, don't forget when going to your overlock to place, again, I always say this, the self fabric facing up and the elastic on top. Now use the hole that we left to unfold it to the right side, hand stitch the hole, and we are ready. Here is the final result. Please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel.